Soapstone, how we doing?
Good. Hey, what's up?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Well, some of you all might know that me and my friend Jason here have been recording a podcast called MetaVersed, and we decided today for our episode to just pop in here with you all and record it live with all of you in here. So is that cool with everybody if we talk a little bit about the metaverse?
Sick. Let's do it.
All right.
Welcome to MetaVersed, the podcast where Jason Earls and Aaron Sorrells navigate the explosive growth in the metaverse. Buckle up because we are in for a heck of a ride.
All right. Well, Jason, man, it's good to see you three-dimensionally and everything, man.
Dude, this is pretty amazing, man. It is absolutely amazing. Especially going from the idea of when we first started talking about the Soapstone, what you were doing, how to create this culture, and to see everybody out here that's a part of the culture, even the techs up in the booth, man, it's pretty cool, man. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
This is wild, and you and I typically we're in a pretty controlled environment, but we're kind of working without a net with everybody here hanging out, having fun. So we're just gonna do our thing, man. And I always like to start off by asking how you're doing. So what's up in the world of Jason Earls?
Dude, fantastic, man. Just found out that I got a TV show that I'm doing. We're in our third season. And yesterday, man, I got word that we received a People's Choice Award by the NRB. So that's pretty cool. And we're getting ready to record we record season 3 starting Monday. But I got to go do a comedy show in Brady, Texas on tomorrow. So it's crazy getting ready for 10 episodes this week while having to go out of town for a comedy show in the midst of my kids. I got 6 kids being on spring break. It's pretty amazing.
Ooh, man. Are they traveling with you, or are they
Let's see, I think three out of the 6 kids are traveling with us. One's going to a weekend retreat, the other two in college, and one has to work. I think I got all my numbers right.
Cool, man. Well, again, it's as always, it's just so awesome to see you, and so great to hear about the wonderful things that you got going on. We got some cool things going on here in the metaverse too. We just hit some pretty substantial mile markers. This week I just looked, and we've now got over 1,100 members of the Team Soapstone Facebook group. That's about a 10% growth from last week. Yeah. Super cool. And then we've got we've had 43,500 people come through the Soapstone total now. And of that,
wait. I need to turn my volume up so I make sure I hear those numbers correct. You said we got how many people?
43,500 people have come through the Soapstone so far.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what's amazing. So yesterday I hopped in here to just kind of not just the Soapstone, but in the entire Horizon worlds, just to kind of go take a look at what's going on in other worlds.
Yeah.
And some people were still new, and they were saying, "Man, I was like, have y'all visited Soapstone?" They're like, "Yeah, we heard it. That's one of the first places they visited." So it's pretty cool to know that this is one of the first places that people visit. It's an attraction here at the Soapstone. It's pretty awesome. And a lot of that is based off of everybody in here. Like it's the people that make that.
That's right. So, yeah. So, I mean, you guys, this is the first time that you guys have been a part of this podcast, and you're the first people that have been a part of this outside of Jason and I. And, I just want to give you a shout out, because the reason this place stays popular is because the people here make it a wonderful place. And you guys, Coach, Spirit, Georgina back there, boy, I see you here a lot. And Pepe, yeah, this is like a who's who of the Soapstone. Right. Chicken Joe, yeah. And of course our friends up in the tech booth. Oh, look, we even got a celebrity up there in the top right. You see who that is up there?
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg.
What's up, Mark?
Yeah. This is good stuff. But man, yeah, there's good stuff happening in here. There's something really neat that I just heard about last night that I wanted to share with you. We had somebody that two people from New Jersey met in here. Were hanging out in a booth. Found out they were both from New Jersey, and then they found out that they lived about 10 minutes away from each other. And then they found out that they had just matched up on Tinder and were
Wow.
yeah.
Just
It's
think,
wild.
the first Horizon World marriage happens in the Soapstone. That'd be crazy.
That's right.
We're now booking weddings. That's what I'm talking about, y'all.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what,
Wedding reception. Have your wedding reception here.
well, the Soapstone's open to them if they have a wedding reception for sure. Yeah.
Cool.
This has been a big week. I know we oftentimes will get pretty deep on the real stuff that's going on, and this has been a big week. There's been some really good things. Like this week, we made the announcement that we've got new shows starting, and we're going to have shows every night of the week. Like, I mean, this is like,
Cool.
this is wild, and it all started, remember, a couple weeks ago when Wyatt Burp said that he would like to continue to host the headliner show.
Right.
Like, he stepped up and he was like, he was going to be a guest host. And then he was like, hey man, I just want to keep hosting it. And like, that was hard for me. That was hard for me, because that's my baby, the headliner show. That's the thing that I just want to keep a hold of. And I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to give that to Wyatt Burp. And that opened up the capacity to start looking for other people to host. And the perfect people showed up. And man, it's been incredible. What's your experience been with having teams like that just kind of organically develop?
Dude, that's so here's the thing. You always, whenever you're part of an organization, you want to make sure that you bring organization around the organism. So that's what I always say. Like, how do you keep something organic? So you look for the organicness to happen, and then you bring organization around that. So, or you look at an organization and you look at, how can I create this organic community? So and so that's why you see, like, you got the people up there working the tech booth, coming in here, when seeing people work at the bar. Sorry, somebody was just offering me some coffee, but it didn't take that. All those things are happening as part of the organic piece, and but based off of the organic community that is happening, you look at man, who's showing themselves as faithful, who's showing themselves as consistent. And based off of that, you begin to tap into the consistent people to empower them to communicate the things that you want to do.
Man, that makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely. So I think that's part of the formula here is you saw a guy who was being faithful, and and just the ideology of what you're trying to create here, the culture, and you're able to empower that to the faithful people. You entrust that to, and they will be able to communicate or help grow other faithful people. That's how you do. That's how you grow it, and not just trying to hoard it all to yourself. I don't know if that answers your question, but
no, it does, man. And actually, the key thing, like my key takeaway from that, is organic before organization. And man, like our techs, actually, Dar, Uncle J Rod up there, and we've got several techs, but our techs have kind of had a rough week this week. They've fallen under some fire, and and part of it, like I've second thought it, like, man, am I setting people up to fail? Because I'm asking people to step into a role that isn't entirely organized. I'm asking people to step into a role that oftentimes they have to make judgment calls. They have to do things, and people people in the audience don't like it when somebody disciplines. People in the audience don't
Yeah.
like it when even when somebody politely asks them to change behaviors and stuff like that. So like I've decided to leave it a little bit loose with the text and not have it all black and white to say, hey, this is what you have to do at this time. I leave it loose because organically the right people are stepping up. The people that might not be well suited for the role are stepping out, and things are coming together. So
Yeah.
we certainly didn't do this, but Dar or Uncle, do either of you want to come down and kind of mention what it's like to be a tech here?
Hey, and why they doing that? I would say we probably need to, like, this is what we do. This is part of comedy thing. You want to reset the room, like as people coming in, just kind of, we got a lot of people. You want to reset kind of what's going on here, so everybody new people coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys all know Jason Earls. This guy is a mentor of mine, and he's a creative strategy specialist, and he has been coaching me through this process of building something that's brand new. This whole Soapstone adventure. And so we record a podcast called MetaVersed, and that's what we're doing right this minute. So thank you all for being here and being a part of it. And we're going to keep on talking. It's me. Appreciate you being here. And Dar, do you want to talk about being a tech?
She's
I'm
on
gonna.
mute.
What's up, Dar?
Oh, you're muted, Dar.
She's muted.
Hi. There we go.
Very nice to meet you.
Great to meet
Yeah.
you.
It's sometimes most of the rewarding
Hey.
to be
Yeah, it's me.
To be a
She's
tech.
got it. Yeah, fumble. You're all right, Dar.
My
Did
fault.
you want it?
No,
You could
I'm
just
good.
throw it into the audience.
But it's
How
fun to be.
many times as a
rewarding to be
comedian have you
tech,
wanted to do that?
Because a lot of times people ask for help, and you like to help them, and then they can get through successfully because we get a lot of new people in here too, new
Yeah.
Oculus users.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you can help them with various things. And they're all excited about finding the soapstone because, it's their first world that they've experienced and they love it. They absolutely love it. And then the people who've been here a long time, they love it as well. And they like the cause, or I say cause, but with the house rules and things like that, they like the atmosphere and they want to return. That's what's made Soapstone so popular, I believe, is the people, like Aaron said, the people and the regulars that come in.
Yeah.
And then the people who volunteer here, the techs, we are like a family.
Yeah.
We stick together and we try to work
Well,
together.
Dar, I have to tell you, every time I come in here and see you up in the tech booth, it just warms my heart. Like when I see you here helping out, helping create and maintain a safe place to laugh, I just appreciate you so much. I remember when we came in, or when you came in for tech training, and I heard a little bit about who you are and what drew you in here, and it was just incredible. So I just want to say thank you for who you are, and thank you for your role in here. Everybody give it up.
You.
Give it up for Dar and the
Give it up
techs.
for Dar.
Dara.
Yeah.
She's like that. Dar
Thank you.
R. Dar underscore
And it was very
R.
nice to meet you.
Hey, it's
Very
great
nice
to meet
to
you,
meet you.
Dar. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, guys, can we give it up for Jay of Earls and Unemployed Alcoholic here? I mean, without them, where would we be right now? I mean, come on.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah,
Let's go.
it's
There we go.
it's me. Do you want to share something about being a tech and being involved here?
Sure, why not?
You don't need the mic.
It's your boy's a
Well-
good guy.
Well, my name's it's me, your boy. I haven't been here too long. I want to say maybe a few months or so, give or take. But honestly, this place is amazing, man. I give it up for one more time. Unemployed alcoholic here for creating such a nurturing environment here, man. You could
Clap.
it's
Yes, sir.
void of all the BS. It's a nice little spot to come back and relax. I mean, even test out your comedy skills, man. I mean, it's an amazing little community that we put together here. And one more time, give it up for the unemployed alcoholic, because without him,
Let's go.
I mean,
All right,
what would we
Let's
do?
go. Hey.
Thank you, man.
Good
Thanks, I
nurturing
appreciate
spot,
you.
guys.
Yeah. All right, man. So, what's on your mind? Did you have anything pressing that you want to chat about?
It's fun, man. It's funny that you let me know that about all the shows that we have here on the board, because as I've been, just kind of surfing around Horizon Worlds, dude, I saw that like there's one place where you got the Horizon events, I think that's what it's called, where you can go to a board and see different community events that are happening. And so I was thinking, like, man, like where I think our guy Jason at from Sun Valley, they were on the board. There was some other things. I'm like, man, how do we begin to make even a greater impact in the Horizon world? And I'm like, man, it would be cool if Soapstone had, just some reoccurring events on the Horizon events page.
Yeah.
So then when you came to me, that's sort of the other day I said, well, I'll wait to talk to you about this on Friday.
Right.
So having the shows that are scheduled now, they can go on the Horizon events page, like when you walk in and look at what's going on, and then that allows us to even impact more people. Because at the end of the day, man, our sole purpose, man, is to impact other people, regardless of what you do. And here, if you're bouncing up and down, men of pancakes, K9 preacher, talking to dogs, whatever it is, like, man, whatever we're doing, Chicken Joe, whatever we're doing, like our sole purpose, man, is to impact people, let our light shine. And so the more people we reach out to in this metaverse world, the more we make this world a better place.
And I'll tell you, like Jason's wheelhouse, like where he excels like nobody else on the planet is in two areas. One is creative strategy, like being able to talk to somebody like you who's got a vision and figure out how to creatively lay the groundwork to make that a reality. And then the other thing, this man right here is a shepherd. Like, you probably heard him talking about connecting with people. Like he deals in the business of people, like, and relationships. That's his wheelhouse, So
He's flexing on us over there.
No, I was trying to check my deal. Hey, Chicken Joe had a question, but before we go to Chicken Joe, Aaron, if you don't mind, can I say something to Reagan? Like, dude, it's like what the metaverse that we're in is result of people dreaming and dreaming big and letting those creative ideas just go. So, dude, as you got that idea for a mall, dude, keep curating those ideas, man. Spend time thinking about it, rolling over in your mind, and and go for it. Like, how many times, Aaron, have we had conversations about what this club can be? And like this room that you're in, I don't know how long you've been visiting the Soapstone, but this is probably version 617
for sure. Yeah.
So, dude, if you've got the metaverse, dude, virtual reality, if you can think it, you can actually create it. So keep going at it, bro.
Before we go there,
that, man.
Before we go there, like, I mean, that's so cool to see you step into what you are so good at right after I said what you were so good at. You see how that felt right there? How he,
absolutely.
like, he genuinely cares about you and about the direction you want to go and what you want to achieve. Like that is the thing about this man. And that's the thing that any of us can do. You know, he's gifted, he's talented at it, but that's the thing that any of us can do. We can look at somebody and appreciate them and help them achieve what they want to achieve. Man, this is a masterclass in you know how to interrelate with people and help them achieve their goals.
Man, and I want to affirm Aaron just publicly again, and not just you, but the whole Soapstone squad, because I looked in the Facebook group and saw that one of the hosts was having a difficult time with his hosting ability. Like this was a rough week. Just some racism stuff popped up in the as he was hosting, and some stuff
Mm-hmm.
he had to deal with even outside. But just how the
Mm-hmm.
community people rallied behind him is
Yeah.
again you know what we were saying. Chicken George is like everybody means something. Everybody has something, and to see a whole group of people consistently affirming other people is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's thanks for bringing that up because that is one of the neat things that I've experienced in here is especially through the Facebook group the communications that come in and
yeah,
how they're addressed, how they're resolved. Um, you know, there's people that run into conflict in here. And when I say in here, I'm not necessarily just talking the soapstone or virtual reality. In here might be everywhere in the world. You know, I mean, we're running into conflict. But what's interesting about this is we're able to see how conflict is either getting resolved or how it's not. And what's throwing gasoline on the fire and what's helping people move on and heal. You know, it's wild. And yeah, there were situations this week that came up and sometimes they were handled in ways that led to people moving forward together afterwards, and that was awesome. And then sometimes they led to like in intensified conflict. There's the racial stuff that's been happening. You know,
yeah.
we have a diverse group of people in this club, and not just racially, but economically, geographically, gender wise. You know, we have a wide range of people that come in here, and that's a beautiful thing. But man, that's tough. That's tough because people all come from their own cultures, their own things that are important to them, and it's hard to communicate. So man, that's probably been one of the most exciting things to me about this is just seeing groups of people come together, have conflict, and then try to resolve that conflict.
Absolutely. And what we got to realize is who you are in real life is magnified in the metaverse.
Ooh, say that
Like
one more time, man. Say that one more time. That's good.
who you are in real life is magnified in the metaverse.
Mm,
So if you are this obnoxious person, and that's part of like what's showing itself internally, when you get in the metaverse, it's gonna show up big time. One
yeah.
thing about what you got to know about Aaron, what amazed me my first 10 minutes ever in the metaverse is seeing who Aaron is, knowing him outside in the real world, seeing that heart, his compassion for people, his wanting to make people feel welcome, his ability to just facilitate amazing opportunities and times for people. All this is a result of it's a magnification of who he is internally, and the same with everybody. So I just hit something and knocked him out in real life. So the little girl, the, that teenager who was just on stage, kind of disrupting the show, and not to put her on blast. And I say this, please hear my heart. But the reality of like what some of the stuff that she's dealing with internally showed itself when we could hear her
Yeah.
mom open up her
Yeah.
her room. So it's just so the irritating stuff that shows up here in the metaverse, man, make sure that you kind of deal with that or talk to people about that stuff, because again, it's all about how can you become a better person, and ultimately the metaverse is going to help you do that or become a worse person.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things that I've really tried to keep in mind when conflicts do come up and people come at me or come at the text. That there's a phrase in addiction recovery that says hurt people hurt people. So the people that come in here and are trying to hurt people, they're hurt. They got wounds inside of them that are awful. And sometimes we have to just get rid of them because there's no choice. We have to do that to protect people. But sometimes maybe we can connect with them and just try to help them figure out a way to not go around hurting people.
No doubt. Yeah, it's again, man. What like you look at? Here's a question: what are the common themes in your life that make this world better? What are the common gifts or qualities that you have that make everyone around you better? And I would encourage everybody make sure that stuff is it's gonna come out in the metaverse. And but make sure you lean into those things. Like, and this is what I love about this opportunity. I'm gonna show y'all. Let me be vulnerable. Um, my weakest point, I do stand up comedy. The weakest part of my show is getting up on a cold crowd. I can't stand that. And early on in my career, I would do auditions just to help me work with that weakness. But you know what I do now? Every day I try to hop in the metaverse, if it's not for anything but 2 minutes. And I come in here, if nobody's in the Soapstone, I'll come in, tap in over there, and come grab the mic and just work on a cold opening.
Ooh,
Guess what? It's horrible some days. I'm a professional stand-up comedian that gets paid to make people laugh and still got some weak spots. But I come in here and I use this as an opportunity to work on my stuff. Y'all don't even think you knew that. I just go here. Nobody's in here. Let me go on stage and see what's happening. See if I can work and get better at it.
Nice.
It doesn't hurt
awkwardness.
to tighten up those screws a little. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right. Now, so
even the major league. Go ahead,
Jason. You just said something, and I want to kind of throw it out to you guys for a minute. One of the things that he said is think about what gifts you have that can help make the metaverse a better place. Does anybody in here want to share a gift that they have that is making the metaverse a better place? That's a tough question to say, hey, who wants to share something positive about themselves?
I vote Chicken Joe. Chicken Joe got something.
Come on, my man. I know you got something.
I got something, but you saying that made me think about it and think, yeah, you know what? I really don't.
Your presence alone is amazing, my guy. Get on up here.
So that's probably something that I should work on and help, whatever benefits I have, help do that on the metaverse and actually the world itself, not just metaverse. But I don't do that right now. But you saying that makes me think, hey, you know what? I should.
No, brother. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah. So can I push you a little bit on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Chicken Joe, you are uniquely positioned to help people in ways. And I want to hear something about you or something about your past or something about what you're doing that can help people.
I don't know. I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to. Put it in words and explain or anything right now.
I understand, but so one of the I do another podcast. It's called the Clean Comedy Time Podcast, and I always ask people what's going well and what they're struggling with, and what's going well, what people are good at. That can be very hard for people to recognize. And I'm going to let you off the hot seat because it can be very, very uncomfortable. But
can I join them with this? But dude, one thing, Chicken Joe, that you just did that I recognize your gift in this is, man, you have you've got a heart to understand. It's you listen and you become like you process and you ask questions that actually help people go deeper. It's
Mm.
kind of like what like one gift that Aaron has. Aaron will see something going on, and then he will like just what he just did. How he walked up to you and just kind of help like what I would consider like what an usher is. You show up at a movie or at this event, and the usher helps you go to your seat, find you where you're supposed to be. Like you've got that same ability through your ability to listen and to process what you hear, because you just did that for me on stage. You're like, what inspires you? You sense that I was inspiring, and you became you process that like, hey, what inspires you? And then that set everybody else up to kind of receive more. It set me up to give a little bit more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, but I mean, one reason I'm having a hard time answering Aaron is, you know, I think I have a good self image of myself, but I also sit here and think, yeah, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, but who am I to help other people?
Mm.
You know,
Wow. Your honesty there is commendable, man. Like the
Absolutely.
the courage it takes to do what you just did is so impressive. It's far more impressive. Like I mean, Jason was on stage in front of 2,000 people, like by himself without a net, doing his thing, hoping that they're all gonna laugh. That's impressive. That's cool. But for you right there to say, I'm vulnerable, I have a good self image, but I just don't know if I got what it takes to help people. Man, that's wow, dude. That's huge, man.
Listen, you help people most when you just being yourself. My dad said this one time. He noticed that I was in my early 20s, and I was trying to be this certain person. And my dad was like, Jason, stop. When you're trying to be somebody that you're not, you're making it impossible for people to love you because you're giving them somebody else to love.
Mm.
People want to love the real you. So all you got to do is be yourself. And so, man, think about it. I don't know if you've ever seen an eagle soar in real life, but that thing is mind blowing. That eagle doesn't get up in the morning like, let me try to see if I can inspire people. No, the eagle just does what it does and just starts flying. And next thing you know, people like me are seeing like, whoa, look at that. Or a lion. A lion doesn't wake up like, let me see how can I lion today? How can I roar today? It just goes about its day doing what it does.
Is that Seth Rogen?
And as it roars, people are impacted. I mean, the whole jungle is impacted. So so a Chicken Joe doesn't have to try to impact people. As long as Chicken Joe is going to be himself, Chicken Joe is going to impact people.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good way. Yeah, it's understandable.
I
Yeah.
might not realize it, my man, but you're changing people's lives every day on the daily, even with it when it's just the everyday little interactions that you think it's just. I mean, you never know how you could impact somebody like exponentially.
Right.
Like for example, just yesterday, I was hopping through worlds and whatnot. Ended up running into this cool guy. It was about his first time on the metaverse, and I was, kind of giving him the rundown of what's going on. And this guy I don't know what it was, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. He was, aside from all the, the trolls and whatnot that you do here in the metaverse, and this guy was just absolutely positive for like amazing. Like made me want to get my whole entire life together. And mind you, we're in the metaverse. So, like I said, man, I've known this guy for like 30 seconds, and I'm already like, wow, this is exactly what I. So you might not be able to realize it now, man, but even when it's just little day-to-day reactions like that, you can change somebody's life like exponentially. So don't stop being you, Chicken Joe. You're
Man.
Fuck they life. Fuck they
This
life.
this is cool. This is super cool. Yeah, like we were getting ready to record, and we were like, you know what? Let's jump into the metaverse. Let's head over to the Soapstone and just
Yeah.
do this live on stage and see what happens, see where it goes. And man, it was the right call, Jason. Wow, this.
Yep.
I like your outfit.
And whoever there is some oil that you can put on your door to stop it from squeaking like that. I don't know who that was.
It's called WD-40.
My goodness. That was a 1972 door right there, boy.
That's right. That's right.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure. We will be back next week with a brand new episode, and you can always find us at jasonearls.com, theunemployedalcoholic.com, or at the Soapstone Comedy Club in Horizon Worlds.